Guys, welcome back to another live stream. To start. Good morning, everyone. I hope that everything is working. I hope that you see me. I hope that you see the chart. I hope that you hear my voice. And as always, if you have any issues with the live stream, please immediately let me know in the live chat because that is the quickest and the best way to fix the issues and to make the stream better. So, nice to see all the members here watching the today's live session. I'm happy to see Angus here, Ali Shihi right here, Nielsen Kairong here. As always, traders, remember that during this live streams we have a live chat, and in this live chat we communicate, we talk. And in this live chat you can ask questions. In this live chat you can ask me anything you want. You can ask me to analyze any instrument you want. And if something is not clear in my analysis, always feel free to ask. Always feel free to ask questions. Do not be shy. Remember that during this live sessions we have a rule that we won't finish the live stream. We won't finish the live stream before I answer all your questions. So please feel free to ask and enjoy the live stream. Say hello in the live chat if you're here. Say hello if everything is working. Say good morning, good evening, good day, depending on your time zone, and show me your presence. And what I prepared for you for today. So, cheaters, no surprise for you. I guess that you know that today we are expecting the Fed interest rate decision. Yes, we are expecting the Fed press conference, the Fed interest rate decision, and of course, for the market, this news will be very important. Yes, and for all dollar related instruments, of course, this news will be phenomenally important. As we discussed the interest rates earlier, as you remember, during at the beginning of this year and even last year, analyzing the interest rates together, analyzing the United States interest rates, we spotted here the classic bullish reversal with the technicals. We spotted the double bottom, the trend line breakout right here, and after that we saw a steady and strong bullish continuation. Yes, so with the technicals, we managed to predict the bullish rally on interest rates. And currently, the rates are approaching some minor resistance. But our major key level is a bit higher. So from a technical perspective, traders, of course, it feels like the market can easily go even higher. So personally, my bias concerning the rates is still bullish. Also remember that tomorrow we have the ECB interest rate decision. And on Friday, early in the morning, we are also expecting the Bank of Japan interest rate decision. So this week is all about the interest rates. This week is all about the rate hikes and stuff. So for that reason, the second part of the week can be extremely volatile. I guess. Since the announcement of the rate today, the market can start acting quite aggressively. So my goal on today's live stream is to help you to prepare for the live for the announcements. Yes, and I will show you some setups. And what I wanted to start our today's session with, I wanted to start with the Aussie dollar pair. I wanted to start with Aussie dollar pair, and during this live stream, traders, I teach you how to analyze the markets, relying on technicals, relying on technical analysis, on the price action. I show you how the market acts. I show you how we make predictions with the technical analysis, how with the patterns, with the key levels, with multiple time frame analysis, we are predicting the future direction of the market. And I wanted to start today's discussion with Aussie dollar because here I see peculiar top down trading setup. That I guess is very peculiar. Yeah, so when you start analysis of any chart, when you start the analysis of any instrument, remember that we always start with the daily. We start with the daily, and on a daily time frame, our task is to first of all identify where the market is going. Our task is to get what is the current market trend and what is the current direction of the market. That is the first thing. And here in Aussie dollar, I guess you can see that after a strong bullish impulse, Aussie dollar reached that resistance, and from that resistance we see the correctional movement. So for now, definitely that bullish impulse right here determines the bullish bias on the pair. That bullish impulse was phenomenally strong, and you can see that the consequent moves are happening within the boundaries of that impulse, and definitely that impulse for now determines our directional bias. And analyzing the reaction of the price to that resistance, we can spot that from that resistance, strong bearish movement initiated. And you can see that for many days, the pair was falling. And we can spot that the pair stopped falling once the market reached that zone of demand. You can see that here we have a very peculiar area. We have a strong zone of demand. We have a strong support right here that was respected many times by the market in the past. We saw strong bearish reactions from that, and of course after the breakout the broken structure turned into a strong support, right? It was a strong resistance, and after the breakout with the structure swap, it turned into support. From where? From where we can expect a bullish reaction. And you can see that the market recently tested that structure. And if we want to buy the market from here, if we want to open long position from here, remember that we should strictly wait for confirmation first. Yes, we should wait for confirmation. And depending on your trading strategy, you can rely on different confirmations. So the fundamental traders rely on the fundamental confirmations. They are waiting for the events in the economic calendar to confirm their predictions, while technicians may wait for some indicators, for example, the MA crossover, and my confirmation is the price action base. So on the lower time frames, I'm looking for the price action pattern. I'm looking for a bullish pattern that confirms the strength of the underlying support. So if we open a 4-hour and analyze how the market was reacting to that yellow support, we can spot right here multiple very important clues. First of all, traders, take a look at the candlesticks. You can see that even though the pair was falling quite sharply, even though we saw a strong bearish movement right here, once that support was reached, you can see that the market started to coil. You can see that the market started to consolidate, and you can see that we formed multiple doji candles right here. And moreover, we were rejected heavily right here multiple times. By the rejection, I mean that you can see that the wicks of these candles are bigger than its bodies, and that signifies strong bullish pressure from that support. It signifies that even though sellers were pushing the price, the market participants started buying from that support, and that pushed the price back to higher levels. That is a very important thing to consider here. The dojis and the rejections definitely leave very bullish clues. What else do we have right here? If we analyze the price action, we can also spot that here the market formed a double bottom. Yes, here is the double bottom. The price formed the double bottom, the classic reversal pattern, and you can see that after that, we successfully violated its neckline. The neckline of the pattern was broken. And why the breakout of the neckline is so important? Because traders from the neckline in the past, buyers were buying. From that, it was the resort for the buyers to buy from. And after the breakout, you can see that sellers started to sell from that. We saw strong bearish reactions from that. And of course, for the sellers, that was a very important area that was finally broken. Yeah, so buyers were strong enough to violate that resistance. Buyers were strong enough to violate, to break the pressure of the sellers. And definitely, it is again an important bullish clue for us, right? So, after the breakout of the neckline, I decided to buy the pair. I opened long position on a retest of a broken neckline with my students, and currently I'm expecting a bullish continuation on the pair. When you're planning the targets, when you are planning the goal for your trade, you should rely on structures. You should look left at structure and you should look for the closest strong resistance. Yes, the closest strong area that were important for the market participants just in the recent past. And here, analyzing the structure on the left, we can spot that area. Yes, we have strong resistance right here. You can see that many times this one here was respected, and just recently from that, strong bearish movement initiated. So it is reasonable to set our take profit simply below that. Yes, and there will be our goal for the trade. And concerning the stop loss, safe stop loss is always lying below the lows of the pattern. So stop loss is lying below the lows, and here goes the trade. So that trade is currently active. You can see that in the morning, early in the morning, we got quite a deep retest of a broken neckline, and then we were strongly rejected. So now the market is trading above the entry again. Yeah, so hopefully the market will go higher right here. Again, many things depend right here on the Fed interest rate decision, but for now the technicals are on bullish side. So let's hope that the smart money already knew something, and because of that they already decided to push the prices higher. So let's hope that they bet on very bullish news for Aussie dollar, and the news will be really bullish. Yeah. Traders, let me know if you have any questions. Hello Rabindra, hello David, hello Patrick, hello Anna. Nice to see Happy right here watching this trading session. Yeah, nice to see you all. And yeah, so members say that this week gonna be sucks. Probably. Who knows? You know, the summertime period is not really good for me. And to be honest, since the middle of June, trading is quite hard, really hard. You know, if previous summer was much better, yes, and the summer before previous summer was even better. So I don't really like how the market acts this summer. Yeah, by the way, let me know in the live chat what are your results for now. How is your progress? But I confirm that personally, I am struggling a little bit at the moment. I see a question from Rosenberg about dollar Swiss pair. Let's check this one. And by the way, I analyzed dollar Swiss pair in my Sunday's videos, so make sure you check it because it is very informative. So dollar Swiss pair. Traders, again, we start with the daily. Yes, we start with the daily, and on a daily, we analyze the market trend first. Yes, we analyze the market trend, and we are trying to get what is happening. And no surprise, the pair is very bearish, right? The pair is very bearish, and we are falling. We are falling sharply. And you can see, and even though the market is very bearish, I spotted some kind of important bullish clues. I spotted a couple of important bullish clues that we should definitely consider here in dollar Swiss. So the first clue is based on the harmonics. If we analyze the impulse legs, here we can have a strong bearish impulse and the retracement. And if we project that bearish impulse from the completion point of that retracement, we can spot right here the harmonic ABCD pattern. Yes, a very classic bullish pattern. What else can we spot right here is that trend line. You can see that here we got a major falling trend line. And that trend line was the resort for the buyers to buy from. And that trend line here was broken to the downside. You can see that the price formed a strong bearish candle and that trend line here was violated. However, it turned out that here we got the false breakout. And after the false breakout, the price returned above the broken trend line. So traders, in a very bearish market, false breakout, bearish false breakout is the indication of the exhaustion of the sellers. And in a combination with the completion of the harmonic ABCD pattern, I guess it gives us quite a reliable bullish signal. It gives us the indication that probably the market is too oversold and probably the market is preparing for the correctional movement. As the extra clue, we can also spot right here the double bottom pattern. Do you see the double bottom right here that the price formed? You can see that the price formed the double bottom pattern with the equal leaves and the price successfully violated the neckline of the pattern to the upside as well. So here, if we count the clues, we can confirm that we have the harmonic ABCD pattern, we have the double bottom pattern, and we have a false breakout of a trend line. Yes, so we have three bullish clues and highly oversold market. So personally, traders, I think that soon we're gonna see the bullish continuation. For now, the closest resistance that we can spot is right here. Yes, that is so far around 87 is the closest strong horizontal resistance. So probably the price will bounce to that, and its bullish violation will push the prices even higher to 87,500 level. Yeah, so this is what I see on dollar Swiss. Traders, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if everything is clear. Hello, Mono. Nice to see you. Solani right here, lucrative trader here. Yeah. And Euro Yen. I see a question from Chibastin about Euro Yen. Euro Yen is in my list as well. Let's check this one together and discuss. On Euro Yen pair, analyzing the daily time frame, you can see that definitely the pair is very bullish. You can see that we are trading in a strong bullish trend, and once that structure high was reached, once our last high was reached, from that last high we saw the correctional movement, the retracement. And if we zoom out the chart and analyze the trend lines, from that structure level, we can draw a very important rising trend line. And you can see that the price is now perfectly respecting that rising trend line. And once our last high was reached, from that high, we saw a bearish movement to that trend line, from where buyers started to push again. So currently what I see right here is a classic example of a bullish accumulation. We are stuck between rising trend line, and based on that trend line the price sets the higher leaves, and at the same time we have the strong horizontal resistance, and here we set the equal highs. So here are two options for you. The first option right here is to wait for bullish breakout of that horizontal resistance. Bullish violation of that structure will be a strong bullish signal. It will be a strong trend following signal, and it will initiate a further bullish continuation. In order to confirm the breakout, you should strictly look for the daily candle close above that resistance. It will be a strong bullish signal. Yes, and then we will expect the trend following movement. The second option is to wait for the test of that trend line and to look for buying from there. For now, that trend line is a strong vertical support. So from that vertical support, bullish movement to that resistance may initiate. Once you spot the test of the trend line, you should patiently wait for confirmation first. Once the trend line is reached, on the trend line, you should look for some bullish pattern. For example, the double bottom pattern, or the head and shoulders pattern, or the ascending triangle. You should wait for some pattern right here, the bullish pattern, before you open long position. And the last option, if you're bearish, you can also consider selling the breakout of that trend line. If the daily candle closes below that trend line, then a bearish continuation will be expected. So these are three options for you. For now, of course, we are sticking to the bullish scenarios because for now the trend is still bullish. However, because the ECB, the BOG, the Fed interest rates decisions are coming, everything may change, so we should consider many scenarios right here. Traders, by the way, see some questions about dollar index. Give me a yes in the live chat if you want me to share with you some thoughts about the dollar index. Let me know if you have questions concerning this one. And Simon also says dollar Swiss will continue to fall if dollar declines. Yeah, of course. But for now, Simon, there's no guarantee that the dollar will decline. Yeah, for now. Who knows? Yes, everything will depend on the interest rate decisions. Yes, I see a lot of yes. So let's open dollar index and discuss this one. First of all, by the way, very interesting thing right here. So yesterday on one of the coaching sessions, I was asked by one of my students why yesterday dollar index started to fall, why the market neglected so many key structures right here and started to fall from just a random point. Why from that resistance here we saw such a strong rejection. And cheaters, it is not the random point. If we look left and analyze the price action at the beginning of July, we got right here, cheaters, the gap. Yes, the gap right here. And the gaps on the dollar index are relatively rare. And if you study the gaps, you should remember, traders, that in gaps, the gap opening level, the level where the gap opened, is a very important structure. And you should always consider that structure in your analysis. Here we got the gap. And you can see that dollar index perfectly respected the gap opening level right here. And from that gap opening level, we saw the bearish reaction. Yeah, so when you see the gaps, remember that first of all, the rule is that the gap will most likely be filled soon, and the second rule is that the gap open level is a very strong structure. So, with all that being said, we can spot that after a strong bearish rally, dollar index became very oversold and formed doji candle and started a correctional movement. And multiple strong resistances. Even though the market is in a strong bearish trend, you can see that multiple strong resistances were completely neglected by the market. You can see that buyers were strong enough that they easily violated that resistance cluster here to the upside. Now, if we open the 4-hour and check the current price action on the 4-hour, here we can spot, yeah, and I see by the way that many members are expecting the dollar index to fall, and for now at least, the technicals confirm your point of view, traders, because if we zoom in the chart, we can see that first dollar index was growing quite rapidly. However, then the market started to slow down. And if we analyze how the market was slowing down, we can spot right here that the market started to trade within that rising parallel channel. Yes, the kind of the weird one. We can better see it on an hourly time frame. Here in an hourly time frame, you can see that the price started to trade within that rising parallel channel. And you can see that this morning, for some reason, the support of the channel here was broken. We see the confirmed violation of the support of the channel right here. You can see that we formed a strong bearish candle, and that is quite peculiar. I guess that is quite peculiar, and definitely it indicates a strong bearish pressure right here and the weakness of the buyers. Then if we return to 4-hour time frame, here in the 4-hour time frame we have a classic bearish pattern, traders. Here on the 4-hour we can spot the head and shoulders pattern. Quite weird one, but still valid one. You can see that, and by the way, let me just adjust it here. Here it is. Yeah. So, traders, take a look. Here is our left shoulder. Here is the head, and here goes the right shoulder. So we have the completed head and shoulders pattern right here. So let's count the clues. The first clue is a strong rejection. The second clue is the breakout of the support of the channel. And the third clue is the formation of the head and shoulders pattern. Now, traders, for now, the neckline of that head and shoulders pattern is so far the resort for the buyers to buy from. It is still a strong support. Yes, from that we still see the bullish reactions. So I personally believe that a bearish breakout of this one, it's bearish violation. The 4-hour candle close below will be a strong bearish signal that will push the prices lower. Yeah, so that is what can give you the extra bearish confirmation right here. And Nick says, I think the market has priced in the rate USD rate increase by the Fed. Who knows, traders? You know, watching how weak is the dollar and how strong are the equities, the Nasdaq index, the S&P, US 30 and stuff, it feels like the market does not really believe that the Fed will keep rising the rates. Instead, the market believes that the Fed will soften the rate program. Yes, everyone is waiting for the lower rates. And on this news, the stock market is growing. Yeah. So my point is, traders, that it is still hard to say whether the news are priced in or not, what the market really expects, but we see some bearish clues right here already. And I would recommend waiting for a 4-hour candle close below that neckline right here as your bearish clue. And of course, then the next goal will be that support, and bearish breakout of that support will push the prices even lower. That is the bearish scenario for you. And I knew that there are some traders who are bullish on dollar index. With the bullish scenario traders, it is quite complicated, because if we look left, we have strong resistance right here. We have strong resistance right here. We have strong resistance right here. We have so many strong resistances here in dollar index lying so close to each other. So, bullish scenario doesn't really look that probable to me. And of course, if the market keeps growing, on focus will be all of these resistances. We are still trading in a strong bearish trend. Yeah, so from one of those, the market may keep falling. Of course, I will keep monitoring the index, and if I spot any good confirmation, I will definitely post the update on my free Telegram channel, traders, so do not forget to subscribe. Traders, let me know if everything is clear. Yeah, let me know if you want me to analyze pound dollar pair for you as well, because I see some interesting bullish clues on the pound dollar. Let me know if you're interested. And also, I see questions about euro dollar. Let's take a look at this one. And this time, no questions about gold. That is funny. It looks like today there are no gold traders. Yeah, only forex, that's cool. Yeah, so what is up with euro dollar? With euro dollar, it is quite interesting. First of all, I want to remind you that earlier on euro dollar we have spotted the harmonic ABCD pattern right here, and even though the price just a little bit violated its completion point, you can see how accurately still that pattern helped to predict the bearish movement on euro dollar. And the thing is that after the bearish movement started on euro dollar, we can spot that the price reached that horizontal zone of demand. And it turned out, traders, that zone doesn't really hold. And you can see that the price kind of violated that structure. And now the question is whether that violation right here is the manipulation or it is real true breakout. It is hard to say, because I guess you would agree with me that that candle right here doesn't look that strong. So probably it can be the manipulation. And my advice to you now is to patiently monitor how the price reacts now. Because from a current perspective, the market can easily bounce or drop. Who knows? Let's check what is up here on the 4-hour. Let's look for the clues there, and let's look for some patterns. For now, nothing, traders. For now, nothing. For now, the market doesn't leave us any clues. And if we open, let's open hourly. Let's open an hourly and check if we have something special right here to note. Yeah, here in an hourly, we just violated that structure to the downside. Yeah, started to consolidate, and now the market is recovering a little bit. And let's try to draw the channel right here, if we have any channel. Not really. Traders, be very careful with your dollar, because definitely I see the signs of manipulation right here. The smart money are doing something here, and my advice to you for now is to not touch this one. This one looks quite strange. The only thing, traders, that we can conclude here, though, is that the trend on euro dollar is very bullish. We are trading in a strong bullish trend, and trend is always our friend. So it is always better to stick on the side of the trend. So my view is that, of course, chances will be higher that euro dollar will keep growing. But for now, no confirmation. And while there's no confirmation, you do not open the trade. Nick says euro dollar is acting like it agrees with your DXY bearish analysis. Yes. Currently with that, yeah, it feels like more bullish right here than bearish. But Nick, be very careful. Couple of words about pound dollar. Yeah, questions about pound dollar pair. Let's check this one. So with pound dollar, it is a bit more obvious. Yeah, so analyzing the pound dollar pair in the morning. First, pound dollar still respected that structure. In comparison to euro dollar, you can see that pound dollar perfectly respected the lower boundary of that structure. You can see that we closed perfectly respecting the lower boundary of that support. And moreover, here on a pound dollar pair, those who follow me on my free Telegram channel knew that earlier we have spotted that trend line here on pound dollar. And here in pound dollar, we have very nice zone of confluence. The zone of confluence based on that rising trend line, the strong rising trend line, and that horizontal structure. You can see that the price reached that structure. The price tested that confluence zone. And take a look what happened next here on it daily. Take a look at that bullish candlestick. You can see that here we formed the bullish engulfing candle. Yes, this bullish candle here engulfed that bearish candle and also that bearish candle. That candlestick here is very important because you can see that the pair was falling for many days. Bears were pushing the price heavily for many days, but once that blue area was reached, something changed and we formed such a strong bullish candle. Definitely it is the important bullish signal for us traders. Then if we open the 4-hour time frame, what is happening here? And Ansong says, how does FOMC statement affect USD marketing? Today's FOMC, today's Fed interest rate decision can affect the market in any possible way. It can make the market very bullish, it can make the market very bearish, and it can not affect the market at all. Everything can happen, and in trading, no matter what you trade, no matter how confident you are in a certain scenario, remember, traders, that everything can happen. Analyzing pound dollar on a 4-hour time frame, take a look what we have here. First of all, the pair was steadily falling within that channel or the expanding wedge. Yeah, so we were falling within that channel, perfectly respecting its boundaries, and you can see that after the test of our blue structure, of our confluence zone, the market was consolidating, the market was coiling, and then the price bounced, and you can see that we successfully violated the falling trend line. You can see that that falling trend line here was broken. We formed a strong bullish candle, and it was the important intraday bullish signal. And moreover, within that channel, we have also formed the double bottom. Yeah, one more bullish confirmation right here. So we have a lot of bullish clues here in the pound dollar time frame, starting from a daily. Yes, the bullish engulfing candle, the confluence zone. Then on the 4-hour time frame, the confirmed breakout of the channel, the formation of a double bottom with a neckline breakout. A lot of bullish clues right here. So technicals strongly support bulls on pound dollar, and for now traders, I guess we can easily expect the local bullish continuation. Yeah, it feels to me that for now the market may easily reach that horizontal resistance. It is so far the closest strong resistance that we can spot on the pound dollar here, and that resistance will most likely be the next goal for the buyers. Yes, so the outlook here is bullish. Concerning the Fed interest rate decision, yeah, if you are patiently waiting for the rate decision first. I guess the bullish breakout of that resistance can be an important bullish trigger for you, and it can push the prices higher. And if you are bearish, if you're looking for the bearish signal, for now your best bearish signal will be a bearish breakout on a daily time frame of that horizontal structure, of that horizontal zone of demand, and that trend line. If the price violates them both, then bearish movement will be expected. So these are the scenarios for you traders. Yes, that is what I see. And Jebastin says, but where to enter on pound dollar? My friend, your entries should always be based on the patterns. Yes, and for example, if you spot the double bottom, of course, your best entry is the retest of a broken decline of the double bottom. If you spot the channel and decided to trade the channel, your best entry is the retest of the broken resistance of the channel. Your entries are strictly structure based. Yes, you should always attach your entries to certain support and resistance, trend line, and stuff. Yes, your entries should be attached to something. And personally, currently, I don't have any active position here in pound dollar for now. I am still watching, but from a current perspective, my forecast is very bullish for this one. Yeah. Traders, give me yes in a live chat if you want me to share with you the updates for oil. Yes, because I was treating oil quite aggressively this week, and if you want me to share the update with you, I will be happy to share it with you. And Trader for Growth says, why gold up? CB consumer was 117 against 111. Traders, one thing to note is that if you treat the economic calendar and if you just rely on these numbers here, the actual, the forecast, the prior, that is the most terrible strategy possible to make the predictions. Yes, the numbers in the economic calendar should be treated very carefully, and you should compare the numbers with the FOMC minutes, with the conference of the Fed and other central banks. So the numbers in the calendar should be attached to something. Yes, it is not enough for you to just judge the numbers in the calendar. It is not enough. You should have the broader analysis. Yes, you should read the news, what the market prices in, what the market does not price in, what the central bankers say and stuff. So please never make such a mistake. Never just treat the numbers in economic calendar. That is the quickest way to blow your trading account. Trust me. Trust me. I worked with hundreds of struggling traders from different parts of the globe. That strategy does not work. Yeah. Daniel says, please, why is that not a channel on Eurodollar? I haven't seen the channel. This one, on the 4-hour time frame, you mean this one? Yeah, why this one is not the channel? Let me think why this one is not the channel. Because when we draw the channels, Daniel, we are trying to rely on the channels that are confirmed by at least 3 consecutive moves. Yes, so if you see the trend line that is confirmed by 3 consecutive bullish or bearish moves, that is the valid trend line. And here, if we take that falling trend line, that trend line right here is respected just 2 times. Yes, it is not enough to make that channel valid. Yeah, so that is just simply the rule-based view. Yeah. What economic calendar do you use? Says Lucky Zondi. I really like the economic calendar on TradingView. To me, this one is very, 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 very good. And here I filter only the top news, only the most important, this 3-star news. And that is more than enough for me. And if you are looking for the better one, also the economic calendar on the investing.com website is good, and on the daily effects there's so 3 options for you typically, but the one on TradingView to me is the best one. Yeah. Now oil, let's finally gold traders are waking up. So yeah, let's check oil first. Yes. And then we will decide. So US oil traders. And I must admit that this week with oil, I am completely screwed because I took 2 trades, one after another, and 2 of them completely screwed. The first trade that I took on WTI crude oil was based on the confluence zone. Let me show you this one. This one was funny actually. So I spotted this major falling trend line. Yeah, so here in WTI crude oil, just let me remember from where exactly I was drawing the trend line. Probably from here. Yeah, so I spotted on WTI crude oil this major falling trend line. And then zooming in the chart, I spotted that that trend line matches perfectly with that horizontal structure. Yes, giving us kind of the confluence zone right here. Yeah, let me just briefly change the angle a little bit. Yeah. So I was monitoring the confluence zone right here. Yes, the based on the horizontal structure and the trend line. And I was looking for the confirmation to sell this one. By the way, what is up with the angle right here? Yeah. So I was watching that trend line and that horizontal structure. And my confirmation here to short was the head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, so I spotted this head and shoulders pattern with my students, and we shorted the neckline breakout of that head and shoulders pattern. And we completely screwed. Then, after that, on a daily time frame, one more important structure was spotted. Take a look. Very important horizontal key level right here was spotted first. It was a strong support, multiple times respected after the breakout turned into a strong resistance. So from there we were looking for shorting. And on an hourly time frame, here was another confirmation. This time the confirmation was the double top pattern here on an hourly time frame. Yes, again the position was opened on the retest of the broken incline. And again, here it was the loser. So, damn, oil really is playing with my nerves. And I must admit that this one right here was very painful. First one wasn't really, but the second one, cheaters, the second one, damn. I was so angry when I received the notification from my broker that the stop loss is filled. Then I was really angry. And talking about the current perspective, by the way, traders, let me know in a live chat how is your performance on oil this week. Yeah, let me know if you are in profit or you are screwing with me. Let me know. And on WTI crude oil, we are still now testing that resistance. So technically speaking, that resistance is still respected and we are still trading within that. So from current perspective, first of all, I would recommend waiting for a bullish breakout of that area as a bullish signal. If you want to buy, if you're looking for a bullish confirmation, the breakout of that area will be a very strong bullish signal. Yes, and after that, the bullish continuation will be expected. So just wait for the daily candle close above as your bullish confirmation. If we open the 4-hour, let's also discuss the bearish scenario here. What can be our bearish confirmation from a current perspective? Let's just look for the clues. Let's check if we have something important here. And from a current perspective, I guess what we have right here is a strong horizontal intraday support. Yeah, so it was the resistance. After the breakout, it turned into support, and for now, it holds. So if you want to short this one, for now, best confirmation will be the bearish breakout of that support. If a 4-hour candle closes below that, it will be a strong bearish signal. Yeah, so that is my technical outlook for this one. Yeah, so let's see what will happen. Again, I guess the Fed interest rate decision will really affect the oil prices. So if you're looking for some clarification, you can just wait for the Fed, because then then the direction of the market will most likely be obvious. But probably you will be too late then. Who knows? So now, finally, gold traders here, Eric here, wild man, Jerry, right here, Martin here, Uger here, asking to analyze gold. So finally, gold traders are here. Hello, by the way, and let's check what is happening with the market from current perspective. So first of all, analyzing the market trend. Remember, traders, that technically speaking, gold is still bearish. We are still trading in a bearish trend here, and we spotted a strong bearish reaction from that horizontal resistance. Here was our strong resistance based on the price action at the end of May, from where at the end of May the market dropped sharply. And once that resistance was reached in the middle of June, from that the bearish movement initiated. Then we can see that the market was falling for 4 days, and it turned out that the support right here was respected. You can see that the market found the minor support right here, and once that support here was reached, the price formed a strong bullish candle, and now we see some local sign of strength of the buyers. Now, if we open a 4-hour time frame, on the 4-hour time frame, what I wanted to show you was the channel. You can see that here in the 4-hour time frame, the market was trading within this rising channel or the rising wedge, and you can see that after the breakout of the support of the wedge, bearish movement followed, and that can be a very nice bearish confirmation for you to short gold, because after that you can see how nicely the market dropped. But talking about the current perspective, first of all, those who are bullish on gold should definitely focus the attention on that horizontal resistance. Yes, as I told you many times, bullish breakout of that resistance, the daily candle close above that resistance, will be a strong bullish signal. Bullish breakout of that resistance will violate the current local bearish trend. Yes, the violation of that resistance will signify the bearish trend violation and the initiation of the minor bullish trend. So if you're looking for a strong bullish signal, definitely bullish breakout of that resistance will be your top bullish signal. If we talk about the lower time frames analysis, and if we talk about the local bullish confirmations this morning, I spotted something very special. On an hourly time frame, you can see that gold was trading within this falling wedge pattern. You can see that here we had a very cute falling wedge, and the price was perfectly trading within the boundaries of that wedge, perfectly respecting its boundaries. However, take a look what happened once the price reached our yellow support. What happened when the price reached the yellow structure cluster that we spotted on a daily? First, we tested this one and we bounced. And then we got the second attempt of the sellers to violate that support. But instead, take a look. We got very strong rejections here. You can see that we got very strong rejections, and after the sequence of the rejections, the price bounced. The price bounced, and you can see that the price successfully violated the falling resistance of the wedge. Yes, we got the confirmed breakout. Then, early in the morning, we got the retest and a strong bullish continuation. So, from such a perspective, remember, traders, that returning to the 4-hour time frame, ahead over here, we have a strong 4-hour resistance. And so far, that 4-hour resistance will most likely be the goal for the buyers. So the first forecast concerning gold that I make today is that probabilities are high that that resistance here will be reached. That is the first important clue. Moreover, at the moment, we can spot that gold is breaking that 4-hour resistance. You can see that we are already trading above that. You can see that we are already trading above that, and the 4-hour candle closes in just 47 minutes. Yes, so if we close above that 4-hour resistance, that 4-hour resistance here will turn into a strong support. From where you can even look for local buying opportunities, from where you can look for local buying. By the way, traders, let me know if the scalpers are here, and let me know if you want me to give you some recommendations for the scalpers. Just give me yes in the live chat. So, what else to add concerning the hourly time frame analysis? By the way, take a look how perfectly gold violated that resistance and how perfectly the price respected that after its retest. After its retest, we were nicely rejected from this one. Yes, and definitely it is a very nice bullish signal. So, traders, returning to the daily, for now, we can definitely conclude that here that support became quite an important support, right? Because even though previously just a minor reaction initiated from this one, just that support here wasn't that vivid. Now definitely that support looks important, and those who want a very strong bearish signal on gold should definitely wait for a bearish breakout of that entire area to the downside. That will be a strong bearish signal. The daily candle close below this one will push the prices lower. So please consider that in your analysis. And I see these scalpers right here, so let's also analyze gold from the scalping perspective. And it is so sad that we haven't started the stream earlier, because I am quite sure that early in the morning here there were so many scalping opportunities. Yeah, so let's check what we have now. First of all, the 30 minutes short. Let's check if we have something special here. Not really. Let's drop lower. 15 minutes time frame. On the 15 minutes time frame, very interesting, by the way, how the market was reacting to the broken trend line. Remember, that we spotted that falling wedge pattern, and after its bullish breakout, the market retested the broken resistance of the wedge. And on that, you can see that we have spotted a very cute double bottom pattern. The market violated the neckline of the double bottom pattern, and after that we retested that. After a retest of a broken neckline, the market was consolidating for some time, and then you can see how heavily the price bounced. Moreover, take a look to this. How interesting was the Asian session here on gold yesterday? You can see that we also got right here the feels like the triangle. Yeah, it was the here we got a very nice symmetrical triangle. Yes, and again, the market was stuck within the boundaries of that triangle. You can see that the market was contracting within the boundaries of that triangle. And then you can see that the resistance of the triangle was broken. And you can see that it triggered a strong bullish movement. You can see that after the breakout, a very significant bullish move initiated. And you can see how heavily the prices bounced then. What else do we see? So then, yeah, we violated our strong resistance, retested that, and saw a bullish continuation. Let's check the 5 minutes time frame. What we have on the 5 minutes time frame right here. On the 5 minutes time frame, not even on the 5 minutes, even on 1 minute time frame, the last strong bullish signal that you could have spotted feels like it was, or not really, probably not really. Very interesting, very interesting. On an hourly time frame, it feels like the last strong bullish signal that you could have spotted was that head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, you can see that here. We got the head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, so the price tested the broken structure, formed the inverted head and shoulders pattern on that. And after that, the price violated its neckline. We got the retest of a broken neckline and a strong bullish continuation. So that was a quite strong bullish signal. But from Gordon perspective, traders, yeah, the market is already quite far from the structures. Remember that no matter whether you are a scalper, the swing trader, the intraday trader, you always should trade from key levels. Yes, key levels are the most important points for us. These key levels give us the safest points to trade from. And for you, it is very important to strictly look for trading opportunities only from the key levels. And for now, at that exact moment, gold is quite far from key levels. So for now, we can just expect a further bullish movement to that resistance, and then we will patiently wait for the Fed. Remember, traders, that the today's Fed may dramatically affect gold, and your main focus for now will be, of course, that horizontal resistance and that horizontal support. The reaction of the price to the structures will most likely show you where the market will go next. Traders, let me know in the live chat, what do you personally expect from gold today after the Fed? Do you expect the bullish rally? Are you bearish? Or don't you think that the market won't affect the Fed interest rate decision won't affect gold prices at all? Now, CAD yen. I promised to analyze CAD yen. Let's check this one and analyze briefly, because CAD yen looks very interesting, and CAD yen traders is in my list for today, because CAD yen, even though it is trading in a strong bullish trend, it has recently violated a very important trend line. We can even try to draw this one from here. Yeah, where it's better. I guess this one is better. Yeah, so you can see we got a very strong rising trend line right here. That was broken. The price violated that trend line, and then we got the retest of the broken trend line. And you can see that from the broken trend line, we saw a strong rejection. You can see that here we formed quite a long wick. If we check how the price reacts to that trend line on a 4-hour, we can spot that on a 4-hour time frame, the price formed double top. Yeah, here is our first top, and here gives our second top. And at the moment, the market is breaking the support, the neckline of that double top. And 4-hour candle closes in just 39 minutes, and it feels like it will definitely close. Yeah, I think it's like 90% chance that it will close below, and it feels like that candle right here is the true indication of the strength of the sellers. And it feels like, from such a perspective, that the peer will drop, that this one will drop, and at least, that support cluster here will be reached. That will be reached with a very high probability. And the bearish breakout of that support then will push the prices even lower. Yeah, so that is my outlook. You can look for a 4-hour candle close below the neckline and then look for shorting on a retest. That can give you a very safe entry point. Now, Patrick says, Vasily, is it correct to say that the market has an orderly structure to it and not form in random manner, and that is always left loose? Patrick, please clarify, what do you mean? And I absolutely agree with the fact that the markets are not random, and the markets are definitely follow some important rules of the round numbers of support and resistance and stuff. The market is quite random on very low time frames, like the 5 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds. On these time frames, lower is the time frame, more random the market becomes. That is the rule. And higher is the time frame, more the market respects the key levels, the numbers, the rules of supply and demand and stuff. Yeah. Now, what will be the next one? So I promised to analyze US 30 index. I guess this will be the next one. Let's check. And cheaters, let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, and do not forget to share your feedbacks. As always, remember that you can always share with me your opinion. You can ask me if something is not clear. Do not be shy. As you can see, I'm trying to respond to all the members here. So if you have something to ask, please do. Opening US 30, daily time frame, we can see that the index is unstoppable. And for many days, the market is growing. By the way, why is it growing? Simply because the market does not believe that the Fed will keep increasing the rates. Yes, the equities are growing, expecting that soon the rates will start falling again. Yeah, I guess that is the best explanation of the current rallies on the stock market, among the indexes. And the index reached a very important horizontal resistance. Here in a daily time frame, we can spot that that horizontal resistance is reached. And yesterday, after the test of that structure, you can see that we formed perfect doji candle here. Yes, perfect doji candle here was formed, and that doji here is the indication of a current local weakness. So here are the scenarios for you. First of all, the daily candle close above that resistance will be a strong bullish signal. And if the daily candle closes above that yellow area, then we will expect further bullish continuation on the index. That is the first scenario. The second scenario will be based on a 4-hour time frame analysis, because on a 4-hour time frame, currently the pair is consolidating. The index, is consolidating. And you can see that here we have a strong horizontal support that the price perfectly respects, and from where we see local bullish reactions. And we have our daily resistance right here, from where just recently we saw a bearish reaction. So I will be bearish on the index if the index breaks and closes below that horizontal support. The 4-hour violation, the 4-hour candle close below that will be a strong bearish signal that will push the index lower. So your task is to monitor that range now and wait for a breakout. Yes, bearish breakout on the 4-hour is a strong bearish signal, while bullish breakout on a daily will be your bullish signal. Yeah, so these are my thoughts. Now, Sergio says, is yen so strong because is correcting for Friday's rate hike? If they keep the same rate like always, will drop again, right? Sergio, with the yen, it is very hard to see because not only we have the Fed interest rate decision this week, we also have the Bank of Japan interest rate decision. However, I guess everyone knows that with the Bank of Japan, it is all stable. Yeah, so Bank of Japan keeps holding the same interest rates. However, the rhetoric of the Bank of Japan may change, and the rhetoric of that occasionally affect the direction of the yen. So, Sergio, for now, my advice truly is to stay patient. Yeah, stay patient and wait, because truly it is very, 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 very hard to combine the forecast for yen in comparison to rate hike and stuff. So let's wait. Kojo says, how do you maintain your patience while in treats? Kojo, I am doing that for more than 9 years, and that is the recipe of my patience. When you are doing something for many, many, many years, you simply build the character, yeah, and that is the only way. So my advice to you is to keep cheating, keep learning, keep practicing, and one day you will find your recipe to success. Yusuf says, Vasily, I also believe that the markets are not random. They moves from zone to zone. Yes, 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 yes. By the way, if you are wondering how the market acts exactly, you can read the books of Richard Wyckoff and read about his method, and he explains from the broker's side how the market act from one supply zone to another, how the market watches the orders of the big players, how the smart money operate, how the stop hunting works and stuff. So please read his books. They are very useful for understanding how the market really work. Now, Aussie Cat, Michael, I see your question. Let's open Aussie Cat pair and analyze. So with Aussie Cat, very interesting, because on Aussie Cat we got a false breakout. Michael, you can see that we got a strong horizontal structure support right here. And that support here was violated. You can see that with this bearish candle, we closed below that support. However, the next day, we formed a strong bullish candle. We formed high momentum bullish candle, and we engulfed two bearish candles. That was very important. And that violation right here, that false breakout, indicates that here it was just the manipulation. Now, if we analyze the pair from a current perspective, let's check what we have here. Let's check if we have some channel. I guess on an hourly time frame we should have some important channel. Yeah, on an hourly time frame, take a look. If we draw the trend line, we can spot right here this falling trend line, and that trend line was broken. Then we got quite deep retest of that. We were rejected strongly, and then we saw a bullish reaction. So to me, the fact that we returned above that trend line and that we formed such a strong rejection right here is the indication of the strength of the buyers. And to me, the pair looks bullish now, and I think probabilities are high that this one will keep growing now. And from the scalping perspective, we can also spot here on the 30 minutes time frame the cup and handle pattern. Weird one, but still valid. Here is the neckline. Here is the cup. Yes, here it goes. And here goes the handle. Yeah, so from the technical perspective, for now the pair looks bullish. Yeah, more bullish than bearish, I would say this way. So that is what I expect. Jeepeston says mention book and author name in comment. So it is Richard Wyckoff. Not sure how exactly his last name. Probably like that. Yeah, and just all his books and all his works, like that. Because I do not remember the exact names of the books because I read them probably 5-6 years ago. But just all his works just show how the market work from this smart money perspective, and it is very important to read his books just to get better understanding how the market work and how occasionally it is hard to beat the market. Yeah, when you are playing against the smart money, when you are playing against the institutions, how hard it is occasionally to beat them. Yes, because of the manipulations. Now, Mono says CHRUSDT. What is this one, man? What is where you took this one? What is what is this one, man? Never seen this one before, but this one here looks bearish. Yeah, this one here looks very bearish, my friend. I guess you see that recently this one violated very important horizontal zone of demand close below this one, and now your closest strong support is right here. Yes, here it goes. Here's your zone of demand. So this one, the coin that you asked me, keep falling to that support for now, and then you should monitor the reaction of the price to that support. Yeah, that is what I see right here. And if you're looking for a bullish signal after a test of that yellow support, you should wait for a bullish breakout of that trend line as your confirmation. Now, Pound Cat, Kelvin. I see. Let's open Pound Cat and discuss. So on Pound Cat, recently the market started the correctional movement from that resistance. Yes, once that structure here was reached, from that structure, strong bearish move initiated. And again, similarly to Aussie Cat pair, here on Pound Cat we got the false breakout. You can see that the market violated that structure, closed below that with a strong bearish candle. Then, however, we returned above that structure. So the breakout here was false. And again, that false breakout is kind of the indication of the strength of the buyers again, and the exhaustion of the local exhaustion of the sellers. And on a 4-hour time frame, the confirmation that you can look for now is you can see that here we have quite significant zone of supply. Here, that area is a very significant resistance that is based on multiple minor structures. So ahead of the Fed interest rate decision, my advice is to wait for a bullish breakout of that entire area. If the daily candle violates that entire area, if the 4-hour candle closes above that yellow zone, that will be a strong bullish signal, and that will push the prices higher. Yeah, so wait for a breakout of this one patiently. That will give you the signal to buy the market. Curious, let me know what else to analyze for you. Let me know if you have any questions and let me know if everything is clear. I hope that you're enjoying this session and yeah, don't be shy and ask. Lee says, Vasily, regarding the Nasdaq, what news or data is likely to send the Nasdaq bearish trend? Let's open this one. So, uh, the the basic theory is, my friend, that the lower are the interest rates, higher go the indexes. Yeah, so that is kind of the basic theory. But in trading, as you know, theory almost always is screwed. So even though the interest rates in the US are currently growing, the index is also growing. Why? Because even though the interest rates are growing, they are growing in not such a big pace, and the rhetoric of the Fed is that even though they are increasing this one, they won't do that radically, and they will and at some moment they will give the money to the market, and that stuff. So that really pushes the market higher. And if you're looking for a very bearish fundamental signal, then the Fed should say, we will keep increasing the rates and we are not planning at all to stop or to make them lower. We will make them higher and higher and higher. That is the exact fundamental bearish signal. But if you listen to the speeches of the Powell, you know, I'm I lived in Europe for 8 years, and I was studying in the English school and stuff. But you know, I know English well, but it is so hard to get what he says. Yeah, here's the politician, and the politicians always have the dualistic discourse, and it is so hard to get what he is trying to say. So he is playing with the market, he is playing with the expectations of the market participants, and very rarely his words are actual. Yeah, very rare the words are strong. But if he says that the rates will go up and they are not planning the easing, then that will push the indexes lower and lower and lower. Yeah, that is what I think. Yeah, so I hope it is clear. Now, Bitcoin. David says Bitcoin, BTC. By the way, I guess traders, you saw that Bitcoin dropped recently. Yeah, trading in this horizontal range. For some time, the market violated that to the downside with a strong bearish candle. And if you're looking for the explanation why it happened, again, study the Wyckoff pattern, because here it is the classic example of the Wyckoff pattern, Wyckoff distribution pattern with the very nice bearish breakout of the support. So what we can say about Bitcoin from a current perspective? First of all, what you should know about the Bitcoin is that Bitcoin, in comparison to major forex peers, gold indexes, the liquidity on gold on Bitcoin is very low, and most of the market participants on Bitcoin are just the passive holders. For that reason, for the market for the market maker, it is quite simple to manipulate the market and to make the false breakouts. So ahead of the Fed interest rate decision, that breakout right here can be the manipulation. It can be the stop hunting, and the market maker may just grab the liquidity. However, from a purely technical perspective, forgetting about the fundamentals, that violation right here is, of course, very bearish sign. And after the breakout, definitely the broken structure here turned into a very strong resistance. It is now the supply area. And of course, from such a perspective, we can expect a further bearish continuation on Bitcoin. Purely from the technical perspective, this one looks very bearish, and most likely it will keep falling to the next strong support. The next strong support is that area, and probabilities will be high that after a retest of that broken structure, Bitcoin will drop lower. Yeah, so the outlook here is very bearish from a technical perspective, and my advice to you is to patiently wait for the retest of a broken structure, and from a broken structure look for confirmation to sell. Look for the bearish pattern there to sell. That will be the plan. Yeah. Pound Swiss. Question from Nielsen about Pound Swiss. By the way, I shared very bearish forecast for Pound Swiss yesterday on TradingView, and that was correct. After the screwed analysis for WTI crude oil, the signal for Pound Swiss was good. That is definitely good news for me. But still, so Pound Swiss trading in a bearish trend. We have strong resistance right here where the price is currently coiling. Also here in the 4-hour time frame, what we recently got, we got a very important breakout of a trend line. By the way, here is the brand new one. Here was the older one. Yeah, so by the way, nice trend line right here. What else we have? We also have the trend line right here. So the price action here at the moment is quite weird, because from the seller's perspective, we have strong horizontal resistance right here and the trend line. So this trend line and that horizontal resistance give the perfect reasons for sellers to open short positions. However, from the buyer's perspective, we have a strong rising trend line right here, this one, and we have a broken falling trend line right here as well. So, that is quite hard at the moment to make the predictions on Pound Swiss at the moment. The only thing that I can tell you certainly is that Pound Swiss, after a sharp bearish movement, is approaching the crazy, very strong, very important zone of demand. Yes, we have a very important horizontal structure right here that the market reached last week. So from that area, we will most likely see a strong bullish wave. Yes, so focus on that structure and look for the bullish clues. Yes, from such a perspective, your best confirmation can be the formation of the ascending triangle right here. Yes, so if the market will keep trading within that ascending triangle and violate the neckline of the pattern, that will be a strong bullish reversal signal. Yeah, so that is for now the best plan that I can suggest. Ancestor says dollar Swiss. My friend, we started the today's analysis with the dollar Swiss. It was discussed at the beginning of the today's live stream, so please check the recording. It was very detailed analysis, so please check. We analyzed the daily, spotted the false breakout, the double bottom, the harmonic ABCD pattern. So please check. I guess you will enjoy. PM says, "Hi Vasily. Not sure if you have done pound yen. Do you use any indicator in your charts?" I haven't done pound yen, so I will be happy to do this one for you. And concerning the indicators, so as you know, I rarely use the indicators, and the most frequent that I use is the volumes, even though it is hidden. Occasionally I check this one, especially when I spot the breakouts. I check the volumes and look for the volume spike as the confirmation that the breakout is not false. And concerning other indicators, here are the favorite ones, the ones that I have in my list. The ones that I can recommend you, I guess, first the ATR, average range, can help you to set the stop losses more wisely. Probably the RSI, yes, that can help you to identify the overbought and oversold states of the market. And by the way, on my YouTube channel, you can also find the videos about volumes, volume profile, and RSI. So you can also check that. Chimuka says, Vasily, does all the USD quote pairs are correlated? All the markets are correlated in some way. Yes, all the markets in some way are interconnected. That is the fact. However, as I always say, for day trading, most of the correlations are not relevant. So be very careful with correlations trading. My take is that correlations help analyze and predict the markets for long term, but for short term, most of the time correlations are irrelevant, in my personal view. Yeah, so pound yen, trading in a strong bullish trend, and once that high here was reached, from that high we started a correctional movement. And you can see that currently pound yen is kind of trading within the range. Yes, you can see that at the moment pound yen is stuck between two important horizontal structures. From one side, we have that strong support from where we saw two bullish reactions, and from another, we have that resistance. And it is the classic range, and when you spot the range, the best strategy for you to follow is to wait for the breakout of the boundaries of the range. If the bulls violate the resistance of the range, that will be a strong bullish signal. And that, of course, will push the prices higher to that resistance. So the daily candle close above that resistance will be a very strong bullish signal for you. If you're looking for a bearish signal, though, the bearish breakout of the support of the range will be a strong bearish signal, and that will push the prices lower. Yeah, so that is the plan from the daily time frame perspective. But if we open the 4-hour, on the 4-hour it can be slightly different, because on the 4-hour time frame you can see that we have recently tested the resistance of the range. Yes, we tested the resistance of the range. We formed the double top pattern on that, and we violated its neckline. So from such a perspective, I guess, by the way, let's even draw the trend line. Yeah, from such a perspective, traders, I guess you would agree with me that pound yen looks bearish now, and after the test of the resistance of the range, most likely it will manage to reach the support of the range. So from the intraday perspective, the pair looks bearish to me, to be honest, and I think traders that it may easily drop. You can see that. What else we have right here? Let's just adjust that trend line. Yeah, from an hourly time frame, the breakout here, by the way, is already confirmed. You can see that we violated that trend line, retested that, we got a very positive bearish reaction from that, and now the market is falling. And moreover, before we violated that trend line, we also formed a cute double top pattern here on an hourly time frame. That kind of increases the probabilities that the pair will keep falling. Yeah, so that is what I see. Kojo says, how much of trading success do you attribute to trading psychology versus technical analysis strategy? You know, technical analysis and strategy is the simplest thing. The main problem is with sticking with your rules, sticking to the plan, you know, to not make the mistakes. And after cheating even 9 years, for more than 9 years I'm cheating, and I'm still making the mistakes. The problem is that your mental state, your psychological state is always different. And being the human being, you have the problems in life. Occasionally, you have different difficult periods in your life, and that may affect your trading. It may affect your decision making in trading. And for example, last year in spring, it was a very hard period for me in my life. It was very hard moment, and of course it dramatically affected my trading as well. And last week, well, last year in March, I even caught a very big losing streak. And partially, I attribute that losing streak to my psyche, my state. Yeah, so it is inevitably your life, your mood, your family, will affect your cheating. And with experience, you become like a robot, following your strategy becomes more like just the algorithm that you follow no matter what. And with experience, you just make fewer and fewer and fewer and fewer mistakes. But still, I still make them. That is the funny thing. So please realize that it is kind of the inevitable thing. Bart says, could you look at ship? Now, it sounds odd, but I think it is potential there. I haven't checked the ship coin for so long period of time, but I would be happy to check this one. Let's see what is up with this one at the moment. By the way, Bart, yeah, it feels like we have a bullish accumulation right here. I would definitely agree with that. First of all, we got right here the falling channel. Yes, and that channel here was broken to the upside. Yeah, that is a very important bullish clue here. Also, after the violation of the channel, the market for now is respecting that horizontal supply area. And you can see that we set equal highs respecting that supply area, setting at the same time the high lows. So it is a perfect indication of a bullish accumulation right here, Bart. So with that, I totally agree. Let's do it like that. So I think the bullish violation of the neckline of the pattern can trigger a strong bullish reversal. Yeah, so if the daily candle closes above that horizontal neckline, it can be a very bullish signal. Yeah, so Bart, I do agree, but again, be careful and plan your risks carefully, treating the shit coins. It is very very important. Chimuka says, what time frame do you use to identify candlestick patterns for your entries? As I always say, my friend, the most powerful candlesticks are the ones that are formed on a daily. And then lower is the time frame, weaker is the candlestick. So I rely mostly on the candlesticks that are formed on a daily, and also I consider the candlesticks that are formed on 4 hour. And usually the candlesticks that formed on even lower time frames like hourly, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, there I don't really consider this candlesticks. But they are still important. They are still important, and you should still pay attention to them. Then, Vasily, can you teach us how to entry a trade correctly, like on CAD yen? What someone should do? Should we wait for retest or re-entry on the breaks? Says Marius. Marius, on CAD yen, this one, by the way, this one, it feels like it will drop without us. You can see that with that candle, it almost reached that structure right here. But if you're planning the entry, let me think. Where's the example? So remember that we started today's live stream with the Aussie dollar trade that is here. By the way, Marius, if you joined the live session, today's live session, not from the beginning, do not forget to check the recording, because at the beginning I shared this long trade for Aussie dollar. And there I explained exactly the step-by-step process, how exactly you should make the decisions, how exactly you should look for the confirmation, how exactly you should open the trade. Yes, so please check. I explained that in detail. So let me know if it is clear. Yeah. Thank you, Lee, for being here. I appreciate that. Silver, let's check this one. And yeah, So silver recently, daily time frame. Silver recently perfectly respected a strong horizontal support. Yeah, so here we had strong horizontal support cluster that silver perfectly respected, and from where we saw a strong bullish reaction. Now if we open the 4 hour, on the 4 hour time frame, it feels like we are forming right here the cup and handle or the inverted head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, everything depends on your perspective, but let's see that we are forming the cup and handle pattern right here. Here is the cup, and here goes the handle. Right here it goes. So, in my view, bullish breakout of the neckline of that cup and handle pattern will be a strong bullish signal, traders. Yes, and it will push the prices higher, at least to that resistance. Yes, we have a very significant resistance cluster right here. So after the 4 hour candle closes above the neckline of that cup and handle, we will expect a further bullish continuation to that resistance. Yes, that will be the plan, and bullish breakout of that resistance will of course push the prices even higher to that resistance. Yeah, so that is what I see here. Yeah, traders, so remember that today we are expecting the Fed interest rate decision. Yes, be very careful. Also remember, by the way, that also tomorrow we have the ECB rate decision, and on Friday we have the BOJ rate decision. So this week, the today, tomorrow, tomorrow after tomorrow, this week will be very important. So pay close attention to the news, and I hope that the today's session helped you to prepare for the coming news. As always, traders, if you're interested in more education, do not forget to check my website, vasilytrader.com. I have the signals group for you. I have the trading academy. I have the course. You can read about that on my website. All the links are in the description below. Also, traders, do not forget to subscribe to my social networks. I have Telegram channel, TradingView page, Facebook group, Twitter. So please do not forget to subscribe. And thank you. Please share your feedbacks. And yes, I will see you soon. Good luck to you, traders. And let's hope that the news will help us to make a lot of money this week. Thank you.